Forest. Yes, that's actually a name to a title,
To a movie.
and we're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Yo Bro Gaming and Reviews. Sorry, our minds are still a little just finished watching The Forest, and it's a little late. I know it's like been out for a week, but we're gonna go ahead and talk about it. We're gonna talk about what we liked, what we didn't like, give you our scores, and we're gonna go a little bit over the plots. So, the Forest. It's about a woman named Sarah whose sister decided to move to Japan, and
she was a school teacher.
Yeah, she became a school teacher, and there's a forest there.
Okigahara Forest. I'm pretty sure some of you have actually heard of it. That's actually what this movie is based off of.
Also known as the Suicide Forest.
Yeah.
She ended up going into it, and she hasn't been able to get a hold of her sister, so she decides she's going to go to Japan and find her sister herself. When she gets there, in trying to find her sister, she meets a man by the name of Aiden. And Aiden knows a man, what was his name? Misha. If I'm mispronouncing it, I do apologize. They talk about how this forest has spirits in it, and these spirits will, especially if you're sad, that's the key that they kept using throughout the movie. If you're sad,
then they'll use that against you and make you see things that aren't there, make you do stuff that you don't want to do, stuff like that. It's really, I love the way that they did it in the movie. Because I actually read up a lot. I've seen a lot of stuff on YouTube, heard a lot about this Okigahara Forest, and I've actually wanted to visit there, but not actually go into the forest, go to like the pathway, the entrance, and be like, okay, I'm here, I'm leaving, see ya.
They are sisters. Jess is Sarah's sister.
Yeah.
And they're twin sisters, so they got that whole
ESP,
that thing going. And
like where one of the twins feels something and the other one, where one twin does something, the other one can feel it.
And we'll elaborate on that a little bit more. I don't want to get into it because that's part of my negatives, actually. Positives, it did give me a twist ending.
Yeah.
I like what it did. It was almost like an M. Night Shyamalan.
Shamalama Ding Dong.
Shamhammer. It was almost like one of his type endings, so I kind of thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I also enjoyed how they kept the focus on the forest.
Yeah.
Everything.
Like the forest was a character of itself.
Exactly what I was going to say.
Like you go in and there's no way out. It's like you really don't see like this big old monster thing or whatever coming to try and kill you. No, the forest itself is a character in the movie.
He pointed it out to me when we were watching it, after, should I say.
That while me and him were watching it, more likely, it felt like a Silent Hill thing or whatever. Like, someone goes in and the person that's in there tries to get a hold of someone on the outside that they love or whatever, and they pretty much go there, try to save them, but they end up getting trapped themselves.
That's one of the things I did. I liked it as the fact that they did treat the forest like it was a character. Ethan, what were some of the things that you liked?
I liked the whole plot line, what they were going with off the lore and stuff like that.
I'll agree. The plot,
yeah,
I like the shell of the plot.
Yeah. There were some things that were lacking that I wish that they would have touched upon, but all around, I loved the entire plot. They could have changed up some of the characters, but I loved the entire thing, even though it was crappy at some points, most points. But
to touch on the forest a little bit more, I like the fact that the forest actually does, when we talked about it playing a character, how it really did mess with the psyche, and it was able to even trick me while watching the movie as to what was real and what wasn't. So yes, like he said, a Silent Hill type thing, and we were even joking on the way back from the movie, waiting for that siren to go off.
I was waiting for I was in my head.
Okay, and within a movie, there's negatives, and this one definitely had
some negatives, yes.
Ethan, I'm going to let you start off with your negatives.
Not diving too much into spoilers, because I really don't like doing that unless we're doing a spoiler review.
Yes, this is spoiler-free.
Yeah. I really didn't like the main character. I mean, there were some attributes to her. There were some that I didn't like. Most of them I didn't like. Like 10% I did like of her attributes. But there's just some that made me go, her stupidity amazes me. Like, really? Oh my
Amazes
god.
me, as he said, amazes me.
That's like the main thing that I really didn't like about
See,
her.
folks, what this movie's doing to this
Yeah,
man? This is doing.
Oh my god, this woman's stupidity. That's all I could say about her is she's so fucking stupid.
Is there anything else even that you didn't like?
That was pretty much the only thing that I did not like was this woman's amount to stupidity. Like, if they were having a stupid Olympics, she would be carrying the torch. She would probably win gold in all the events. Like, no shit.
Okay. Moving on. So he pretty much did most of the talk on her. Yeah, I didn't like her. Like we said earlier, there was the twin ESP thing, but it went almost to a fault. There's a point they're walking through the forest. I'm not going to, name who she's with, but they find the campsite that she believes is her sister. And she's trying to explain to them, no, you don't understand. I know my sister's alive. I feel my sister's alive. The guy who's leading them through the forest is like, no, it's time for us to go back. Yeah. It's almost suntime. We got to get back to the trail so we don't get lost. No, I have to stay. She's going to come back here. And throughout the whole movie, it's, no, my sister's alive. My sister's alive. My sister's alive. You just don't understand. I know it. I can feel it. Okay, we get it. You think your sister's alive. Okay. Here's another issue I had with the movie. If you watch Star Wars Review, I like cinematography.
Yeah.
While I liked the lighting in this movie and it helped kind of capture the tone that they were going for, a problem I had was that fucking shaking cam when they were running through the forest. This is all you see from the...
No.
Yeah, that's annoying, right? And that's all you see the whole time is the camera just doing this. I get that it was supposed to show that it's panic, that it's a serious situation, and it's supposed to be this chaotic thing.
You don't have to include fucking shaky cam. That's one of the things that actually makes me nauseous while watching a movie.
I agree. I do. My biggest gripe is just the character development. You don't get a lot of that either. You meet characters. There's scenes that are in it that just you don't know why they're there. There's this part when she gets on the train to go towards the mountain where this forest is at, and then she goes to this little cabin just off on the side.
It's
sells
visitor center.
Yeah, like visitor. Yeah, it looked kind of like the visitor center. Goes in there, and she asks the old lady, "Have you seen my sister?" She's like, "Oh yes, we found her. She's here." And she goes downstairs. The body's someone else. Gives you a stupid jump scare where the body's breathing, but it's not alive. I don't know. I don't care. And then they also talking about, it's not the ghost you have to worry about. It's the other spirits. So they call them something urine or urn or something like that.
Or something like that.
Urine. I'm going to call them piss heads. Okay. The piss heads is what she had to worry about. And
the piss heads.
The piss heads, right? You never see those people again. They had no other point to the story other than to tell you, no, it's not the ghost that you got to worry about. It's the piss heads.
Those characters are like what you see in like an old scary movie. Oh, you're gonna go up there, huh? Some people never come back.
Yes, that's
people like those. People like those.
People go there to commit suicide. Oh, and apparently, if you go in this forest with a tent, you're not camping. You're contemplating whether or not you really want to commit suicide. Yeah. Just a heads up.
Yeah.
Ethan, any other thing you want to count as a negative?
No, I think you pretty much covered them. Only I'd like to elaborate more on the chick's stupidity. Although I have a feeling that would be a 20-minute episode.
Okay, so the overall impression, this is not the worst movie I've ever seen. It's not the worst movie he's ever seen.
And trust me, I've seen a lot of bad movies.
It could be a whole lot better, but hey, you get what you pay for. It's a January horror movie. We're going to go ahead and give our scores. Ethan, what is your score on a scale of 1 to 10?
4.5.
He was quick to the point. I'm going to give it about I was contemplating it on the way back, and tonight before we did this video, I'm going to give it a 3.7. So that's our scores. Any final thoughts before we go?
Again, I did like the concept. I loved the plot. I loved the concept. I just wish that kind of like what I said with Pixels. I just wish that they would have had a different cast. Well, just me for the main chick.
My final thoughts is it is just a January movie.
Got 2 movies to look forward to next month: Zoolander 2 and Deadpool.
So that's it for this video. I'm Zach.
I'm Wayne.
And we'd like to thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, hit the like button. You can follow us on Twitter at Zach2002.
You can follow me on PlayStation Network at Punisher Slayer 19.
And if you like what you've seen, you can see more by subscribing to our channel. You'll get the notifications. And the channel is at the Yo Bros Gaming and Reviews on YouTube.com. You can follow us there, Twitter, everything I just named off. So, thank you again for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. God bless America. And we'll see you later.